Hello everyone, Ryan here. Domino. Domino stars Keira Knightley, Mickey Rourke, Edgar Ramirez, Christopher Walken, a whole bunch of other people. Now I know this is kind of an old movie. I believe it originally came out in theaters sometime in 2005 or 2006. But I recently rewatched it because I remember I saw it at least a couple years after it was released in theaters. And I remember liking it. And since I recently rewatched it, I still kind of like it. I don't know, for me, I think I would say as far as Keira Knightley's performance goes, I consider it to be one of her best. And yeah, I don't know, that's I mean, of course in the movie she plays, also too, it's supposed to be loosely based on an actual person by the name of Domino Harvey. She was a model at one time and then became a bounty hunter. So it's pretty much what the movie is about. Keira Knightley plays Domino Harvey, and you know, she grows up in a wealthy family, but she soon enough she starts longing, I guess yearning for something else, and she gets attracted to the life of a bounty hunter for whatever reason. Well, I think mostly because she just wanted some kind of action in her life or something. So she gets trained by Mickey Rourke, who in this movie his character is something Mosby. So he's supposed to be this well-known bounty hunter. And yeah, and then they pretty much do what bounty hunters do and track down criminals on the run, and in order to claim some kind of bounty. And then later on in the movie, they get offered the chance to have their own reality show. Of course, it centers around Domino herself. But then eventually something happens where, you know, without giving anything away, they give up on the reality show and things get complicated, and then pretty much, you know, a lot of stuff happens. A lot of people get killed, and Domino, she gets arrested because she's becomes involved in the hijacking of an armored car, which is filled with a lot of money, and I guess most of the money ends up missing. And so yeah, I mean, of course, it's one of those movies that has a lot of action in it, drama and whatnot, and maybe like a handful of funny moments here and there, but it's not really a comedy per se. So yeah, it's more so like, I would say, aside from the action and aside from it being based on an actual person, it's actually kind of like an interesting character study of sorts. And mostly about like how, I would say, how superficial most people, you know, in Hollywood can be, to a certain extent, obviously. And yeah, pretty much it's just, for me, the most interesting thing about this movie, that I like the most about this movie, is watching all these characters interact with each other. Because towards the end, it gets to the point where, yeah, like, pretty much almost every pivotal character in this movie, they encounter each other. And so yeah, as far as the rating goes, I gotta give it 7.5. 7.5 out of 10. Yeah, at the most. I would say maybe like bare minimum 7 out of 10, but 7.5 out of 10 at the most. And so, like I said, mostly for me, I consider it to be one of Keira Knightley's best performances. So, also too, because I think, I'm not sure. I mean, I know it was like one of. Obviously, she's done a lot of movies. She's been in a lot of movies. But back then, it was like, I think when she was still kind of like making her name for herself and like, I wouldn't say struggling, but, you know, it's just interesting to see her, I guess, stretch her acting chops, and especially during a time when, you know, she hadn't quite yet starred in all the other movies she eventually went on to star in. So that's what I think. That's just my opinion. So let me know if you've seen this too. What were your thoughts on it? So, or not. So that'll do it for this review. Once again, I give it 7.5. 7.5 out of 10. So thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. As always, until next time, don't forget, keep it real, keep on rocking, and peace.